No verdict tonight in the retrial of Lyndon Wiggins, the alleged mastermind in the 2019 murder of a Twin Cities real estate agent, Monique Bowe. Thanks for joining us again, folks. I'm Jennifer Hoff.
And I'm Chris Sarapsky. The jury started deliberating at 12:30 and will resume on Monday. Lou Raguse is in the courtroom for the closing arguments this morning. Lou.
Chris and Jennifer, it was a long and contentious trial that included surprise testimony. The prosecution saying that all evidence points to Lyndon Wiggins as the mastermind, while the defense says no actual evidence implicates him at all. Monique Bowe would have turned 34 2 weeks ago. Her babies are now little kids, and 3 people are in prison, convicted for their roles in her 2019 kidnapping and murder. But prosecutors are now asking a jury for justice against whom they believe is most to blame, Lyndon Wiggins. Assistant Hennepin County Attorney Paige Starkey in her closing argument telling the jury Monique Bowe was the ultimate victim in this case. She had nothing to do with this. She didn't even know these people. Her only crime was loving an imperfect man, and that, thankfully, is not a crime. In the trial, the jury saw evidence that Bowe's boyfriend, John Mitchell Momo, was the intended target, and that Monique was kidnapped and tortured so that the gunman could find him before they killed Monique.
I would respect it if they would have just killed me.
The multi-layered motive, according to prosecutors, is that Wiggins was pushed out of his own record label and that Momo, his top rapper, left him behind. Then, 2 months prior to the murder, Wiggins was arrested on drug charges, and jail calls show that Wiggins believed Momo snitched on him. But defense attorney Sarah Gadd told the jury something is noticeably absent in this case, a clear and consistent motive. She said none of the evidence points back to Wiggins. She says Cedric Berry and Barry Davis are behind the plot, along with Segura, and that while this is a very tragic case, her client is not guilty. The jury was released early this afternoon so they could go trick-or-treating with their families. They will resume deliberations Monday morning. And as long as they believe that Wiggins wanted Momo dead and that Monique was killed along the way, the jury can still convict him on first-degree murder, even if the jury thinks that he didn't actually want Monique to be murdered.
Lou, we know we've covered so many cases. Is there any, this one has been quite fascinating. Is there anything that sticks out to you in particular?
Well, just the fact that it is a retrial. The state Supreme Court decided that the jury was not correctly instructed before they deliberated last time. They convicted Wiggins. This time, the instructions were very thorough before they went into deliberations. We'll see if they convict him a second time.
Okay, I know you'll start covering it again for us on Monday morning. Thank you.